after that, I'm going to talk about our friends over at Bluebird Construction. They're another interstate company that does a lot of stuff here in the Ohio area, and then also some stuff just across the border in Indiana. So shout out to our friends at Bluebird Construction. You guys trying to get a hold of them for the Englewood, Clayton area? You guys gotta go to gotta go to bluebirdohio.com. We appreciate them an awful lot. And then we got one more. Gonna shout out our friends over at the TAT. The TAT is a lot like the TBT, but it has to do with the high school that you were affiliated with instead of the college. So 64 teams, single elimination tournament, 8 regions across the state of Ohio, all competing to be the best alumni team in the state with a grand prize of $50,000 coming August 2026. So huge shout out to our friends there at the TAT tournament. Should be a lot of fun. I cannot wait to get into that. Some more pregame we'll actually get into the pregame now. Before we get this thing kicked off here in a few moments. First of all, we're going to talk about one of the captains, Chris Powell, coming into this game with, I don't know what happened to my graphic, but it is not updated. It goofed out on me. It said 4 goals. Let me correct that, though. Chris Powell, 11 goals, 4 assists, 26 points on the season. And then he's been really the guy to lead the offense for our Thunderbolts here this year. Like I said, offensively, he's been the real engine. Kind of, he's had a really tough job after losing kind of his running mate, our good friend Julian Bazile, out for the season with a torn ACL. Those are really the 2 best offensive options for this team, so it's kind of been all down to Chris so far this season.
How many assists did you say, Andy?
It's been really tough. 4 assists, I believe.
Yeah, and then points?
It was 26. He's had a fantastic season so far, but we're going to go ahead and shout out his friend behind him in the goal, a guy who's really done a lot for this team, Ethan Christ. He's had himself a fantastic season as well. 25 goals allowed. He's got 47 saves on the season, and he is saving at a fantastic 68.3% rate so far this season. Really doing a nice job in the goal, helping this Northmont team rack up a couple of wins and protect their leads when they are able to get them. After that, we're going to go ahead and talk about the GWalk standings. Got that before we go to the anthem. Right now, you can see 3-0 apiece for Springboro, Centerville, and Beaver Creek so far this season here in conference. 6-0-1, Beaver Creek and Springboro tied at the very top of the standings so far. And then Centerville there in 3rd place. Northmont sitting there at 5th, kind of right there in the middle. But I think that's going to do it here for our pregame. We're going to go ahead and hand it down to our friend Matt, the PA announcer, for the introductions, and we'll be back here on the A&M Sports Network after that.
Facilities located under the stands on the home side, behind the concession building for the visitors. On behalf of the Board of Education and Administration of Northmont High School, we'd like to welcome you to Premier Stadium for tonight's contest between Springboro High School and Northmont High School. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. This means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials, coaches, administrators, and of course your team and opponents. Let's make today's contest great by remembering to respect the game. Thank you. The officials assigned to this contest have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the High School Athletic Association and the Greater Western Ohio Conference. Those officials are Patrick Blair, Greg Smith, and Center Official Douglas Palomaki. And now let's introduce both squads, starting with the visitors from Springboro High School under head coach Mike Sawyers. Assistants are Matt Basista, Ted Hamilton, Brian Everding, Justin Neiswanger, Megan Hamilton, and Bryce Lovell. Roster players for Springboro this evening: number 00, Graham Caskey. Number 1, Ben Page. Number 2, James Wersch. Number 4, Hayden Sweet. Number 8, Henry Faust. Number 9, Gus Woodrum. Number 16, Jacob Orlo. Number 17, Jason Thomason. Number 21, Luke Crowley. And number 99, Xavier May. Now the Panther starters: number 0, Josh Gandy. Number 3, Mac Miroshenchenko. Number 5, Kane Paul. Number 6, Brady Conkle. Number 7, Julian Rollins. Number 10, Ethan May. Number 11, Rowan Arnold. Number 12, Chase Siren. Number 13, Brady Scott. Number 14, Ben Poladel. And number 15, Grant Perry. And now for your home squad, Northmont Thunderbolts. Bolts are coached by Bob Brown, Andrew Brown, Logan Monster Mash Murphy, and Hunter Brown. Roster players for the Bolts: number 3, Kylan Wilson. Number 5, Chris Henderson. Number 6, Luke Torek. Number 11, Julian Bazil. Number 13, Ben Wallensack. Number 19, Grant Brown. Number 20, Chris Beal. Number 21, Danny Tran. And number 25, Will Evans. And now your Bolts starters: number 0, Ethan Christ. Number 2, Gavin Rimmel. Number 4, Wes Boyd. Number 7, Chris Powell. Number 8, Evan Zender. Number 9, Braden Dresnick. Number 10, Luke Siebert. Number 12, Ethan Graham. Number 15, Dr. Kaniza. Number 16, Danny Alexander. And number 17, Talon Paul. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor our country and the freedom that the Stars and Stripes represent, please stand, remove your hats, and join us in the singing of the Star Spangled Banner.
alongside Alex Patton, getting ready for kickoff here on the NM Sports Network for what should be a very exciting soccer matchup. This one between the Springboro Panthers coming into town and the Northmont Thunderbolts. Right now, the Bolts are running through the little team sign and just got a couple of final moments here before we kick things off.
Should be a really interesting game here, Andy. One that will put the Thunderbolts on the map here, because Springboro they're a pretty good team, pretty good squad. Knows exactly what they're doing. This would be a good test for the Thunderbolts here against the Panthers.
Yes, it should be the Panthers, one of the 3 teams tied at the top of the conference. As of now, we talked about it earlier, but I guess we'll pop it back up since we got a quick second before kickoff. There are your current G-Walk standings. 3-0, 3-0, and 3-0 for the top 3 teams in conference, but Beaver Creek and Springboro leading the way at 6-0 and 1 apiece. Centerville, no ties, but they do have a couple of losses, making them 6-2. You can see a couple of our boys walking around out there before we get things going. That right there is Wesley Boyd. And he is joined there on the screen by Ethan Graham, number 12.
Gonna need a big game out of both of them, gentlemen.
Yeah, and it actually, I'm pretty sure, as I just accidentally popped up the wrong scoreboard, my apologies for that one. I'm pretty sure the Bolts are down an extra man tonight, as I saw was it Kyron Wilson? It might have been Kyron Wilson is not suited up tonight. There's definitely someone else out there, or an extra Bolt that we weren't expecting, not suited up as of now, but here we go. Gonna have to see how they're able to bounce back with a man or 2 down. Springboro quickly got it into Bolt territory, but Northmont is taking control of it. That was Seifert running downfield trying to chase that one down, I believe. Or that might have been Ethan Graham. Pass in the middle to Boyd. Now he gets that off to the teammate. It's Graham. A nice little spin move, but it was deflected by Julian Rollins of the Panthers, number 7. Off the foot of Springboro, and now they're controlling things. That's Fall. Back in the middle of the field, Caneza got a foot on it. And now Springboro pushing it upfield into Bolt territory. That one looks like it's being chased down by Callan Paul. It's gonna go out of bounds, and it's gonna be a throw-in from the deep corner for your Bolts. In there is going to be knocked right back out of bounds. So another throw in for Northmont. That time that might be Dresnick to get the throw in the middle of the field now. Into Panther territory. That was Rammel came in to try and steal possession back. They're going to stop in the middle of the field for a second. That's Perry. Now a deep kick is going to put it right in front of the goal. A couple of Panthers fighting for it. Defense is right on top of them. A spin move back to the outside. They get it over the middle. It's going to be knocked around for a moment. Real dangerous right now for the Bolts. It'll be cleared past the 25, at least for a moment now. Fall with the ball again. He's going to get that off to a teammate. They get deep again. That's number 11. That's Arnold. A little spin move right there. He's looking for a teammate. Fall had a chance. It was kicked away by Caneza. Will go out of bounds. Throw in now for the Panthers. As that ball will matriculate along the sideline. Dresnick got a foot on that, and then I'm not sure who that was next. It might have been Boyd before the ball goes out of bounds. There's another throw in by the Panthers, and now they're working along the far sideline over there. Kick back towards the middle. Nice little stutter step to be able to get that thing all the way across the field without turning it over. Grant Brown had it. He was the one who took it across field. Now it's turned over. Panthers probing near their own 50. Controlled for a moment. That was out Danny Alexander. Nice little stutter step by Graham. It's kicked away to the Panthers, and now they take it back. They're going to push upfield. One-on-one with the goalie. And nice save there by Ethan Christ. Able to dive in there and stop that one from hitting the back of the goal. It's going to be a throw in now, but before that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at the M Sports Instant Replay. One-on-one, Christ comes up with his 48th save of the season.
And literally, while you were just playing that replay, Andy, he got his 49th save.
There you go. He's going to punt this one away now. Gets it to about midfield. Boyd in the middle. Caneza for a second. Panthers controlling inside the Bolts 50. This one's deflected by Graham. Popped up in the air, and Caneza had it for a second, but now the Panthers back in control. Far side of the field, that's Arnold. It's going to go out of bounds. And a throw in for Northmont. There's Dresnick up there. Header by Springboro. Now back on the attack. This one's going to go deep corner, picked up by Paul. Throw in for the Panthers. Temporarily turned over, but now they're back on the attack. Knocked away for a second by Paul, and now Bolt's got it back out to midfield, off the head, and in comes, I believe, that was Rowan Arnold that got the header that put it right in front of the goal. Christ came out and got it. This one's going to go all the way to the opposite end of the field. And Josh Gandy, the keeper for Springboro, finally starting to get a little bit of use back there. This kick goes deep into Bolt territory.
We're going to see a lot of him tonight, and hopefully a lot of dun-a-nuts.
He's been racking up the nice saves here early. That's at least 4 in the first 10 minutes.
Let's see if we can't get that on the other end for the Bolts. Got a little bit of a test right there. Now we're chilling in their neighborhood. So.
Throw in, I think that was Dresnick again. It's going to be sent back towards midfield. Controlled. That time it was number 3, Marashenko. All the way up the sideline, puts the brakes on.
Good defense.
Fantastic job there by, that might have been Rollins. I'm not 100% sure. The defender, Talon Paul, goes flying by after he was able to put the stop on. Yeah, I think that was, or maybe, yeah, I think that was Julian Rollins. Now near the goalie box. Grant Perry patrolling. He's going to get it out towards the wing. Going to turn over the middle. There's no one there to receive the pass. It was a heads-up play. And now, field goal is good. It's going to go well over the goal. between the uprights. Chris sends this one away. Towering kick to the 50. Strong header and then sent right back. Chasing that one down. That was Brown. Not quite fast enough to get there to save it, but you gotta love the hustle you see by the young fella. Miroshchenko with the throw-in. I think that might have gone off of one of his teammates.
Nice save though. Beat that. Got that before it went out of bounds.
And Grant Perry looked a little dazed for a moment. I was looking at my roster and I kind of missed what happened. May over the middle. And kick this one over again. And actually that time it was Miroshchenko. Before it was Fall. Panthers deep in Bolt territory. They're moving it around. For a second, May had it. He's pushing in deep. He's going to be intercepted. Looks like Paul got a foot on it and got it out of there. Clears things out, at least for a moment. The fight now. And Seifer. Yeah, Luke Seifer is going to be the man to hit the ground. There's going to be a free kick. We're getting close to 10 minutes ticked off the clock here in the first half. Still nothing.
If you're Northmont, that's a really good sign for right now. You haven't had many opportunities on your end to try to execute, but you've done a good job to keep the score at a nothing tie.
Well, I feel like they've done a better job after the turnover right there, forced by, that was Graham. I think they've done a better job of not letting Springboro get a lot of good chances. They've kind of had a problem doing that here the last couple of games where Christ has been working really hard. He's had a lot of really good chances. This one's going to go off the foot.
Just like that, good defense.
Of Gavin Rammel.
Way not to, yeah, nice job by Rammel, thank you. Terrific job by Rammel to prevent an actual cross.
But
and then a potential goal-having header.
But Chris has had to make a lot of really difficult stops the last few games. So far, he's had to make a handful of stops, but it's not like they're the most challenging ones in the world. So it's kind of saving some of that energy, I guess you could say.
That's what you like to see, though, in a team. Progression is key, and you're not going to probably get there first game. But by the time the end of the season comes and the tournament happens, you need to be well-executed, oiled machine.
One's going to bounce off of Brown. He's going to kick that one out of bounds, so there'll be another throw in. Fall couldn't be the man to make the throw. Right in front of the Northmont bench. He's going to get that in to May. He knocked around for a moment, reset with Perry. Tries to drive up the middle, unable to, but then Chris diving to try and make that play is a nice pass to set up the teammate right over the middle. Whoops. I just hit the wrong button and deleted the replay. My apologies right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's not really a goal we wanted to see anyways, if that makes you feel any better. Andy, it's not something that we really wanted to have our eyes on. It was a great, valiant effort by Chris. It really was. It was a powerful goal. And it gives the Panthers a 1-0 lead with 28:52 left to go.
Yeah, and I think that's really like the second, really good opportunity the Springboro's had today, and they were able to cash in on that one. But so far, like I said, I feel like the defense has done a much better job of making things difficult, congested. When Springboro has gotten things deep against Northmont, the defense has done a really nice job of putting a lot of green jerseys between them and the goal. This one is going to go right at Chris. He's going to scoop that one up. Drop kick sends this one away. Collision right there between a Bolt and a Panther. Rammel nearly loses balance. They're going to call a push in the back, and so Rammel's going to get a free kick. Or excuse me, it will not be Rammel. I'm going to give it to Ethan Graham. Northmont coach giving out orders. Trying to set up a scoring play here. The kick by Graham is up and away. It goes off ahead of a Bull. Excuse me, of a Panther.
Looked like that was punched out by the goalie.
The goalie was there on the play too, but I think it was a header from one of his defenders instead. I'm not 100% sure though.
Oh, no.
Back on offense, Rowan Arnold with another fantastic shot.
That was a bullet.
We're gonna get a look at this one here on the NM Sports Instant Replay. A long outlet pass to him. He crosses over the defender, and from about 10 yards out, Christ has to set up and try and guard the entire goal. You know, it's not like that ball was over on one side or the other.
Number 3, Kyle Wilson. Number 20, Chris Field. Number 5, Chris Henderson.
It's not like that ball was like on one side of the goal, and so you could kind of set up to guard that side a little stronger. It was right down the middle. Made things really tough on Christ, and now your Bolts down 2-0. That one was controlled by May. Springboro pushing things on offense again. Knocked away by Boyd for a moment, and now cleared. Seifert and a Bolt competing for a header. Seifert gets thrown to the ground. It's just purely incidental contact, but Seifert can't be feeling great. Now,
teammate went right back at the other one.
Yeah, it looked like that was Luke Crowley. Lost his balance. Hit the ground, though. Springboro controlling things yet again, right over the middle. They get it about the 30. It's deflected. Oh, and tripped up. Gonna hit the ground hard. Is gonna be Grant Brown. Another bit of incidental contact right there. Gonna have a quick chat with the coach. And Caneza, or excuse me, I think that Chris Henderson kicks that one away. A lot of contact there in the middle of the field. Ethan Graham took it away for a moment, but Springboro, I mean, there's 3 Panthers right there just hounding him. This one's going to be punted out of bounds to the Northmont side.
If you're Northmont, silver lining here, if you're trying to do, you're mainly just trying to, for one, not let up any more goals before halftime. But if you could oh, that looked like a good cross. If somebody was there on the other end, that would have been a decent effort. But if you're just trying to get 1 goal before halftime, try to cut this deficit in half, and then you can regroup from there.
That's for sure. And last week they were down the entire game, and on our Thursday night game here, they struggled to get things going. But then in the last 10 minutes, they were able to put a couple of goals in, nearly come back to tie it up. And one of those goals was kind of just a build. I don't even know how he was able to turn his body that quickly.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, it took him a second to put the goal up, so I wasn't sure if my eyes were deceiving me or not. Let's have a look at the NM Sports Instant Replay. Kicked back out for a second. It gets by the flailing leg of the defender, and then somehow he kicked that ball as he was spinning in midair. Fantastic effort by Springboro to go up 3-0. Chris Henderson controlling things, gets it over to Boyd. Immediately he's gonna have it taken away from him. Miroshchenko being really aggressive. They try to get it back to him, and eventually he will come up with it. Tomlinson for a moment. Springboro has it again now. Siren. Back up to Roland. Over the middle, Crowley puts it in the middle of the defense. The drop-off pass, this one's going to be way wide.
Anytime you think about the last two haven't been, though.
It's now Christ is about to step on the screen and send this one away. Right there to midfield. Immediately the Panthers right back in possession. Gonna kick things back and try to reset things. Jason Tomlinson at the bottom of your screen in the middle now. That's Rollins. He has it stolen. It's delivered to the other side of the field, but Siren is right there to take possession back. Now the pass to May, back to the top of the field, and he's probing. He's going to have it taken away, at least for a moment. Then Siren for the Panthers, right back on the attack. Crowley gets it right back over the middle at the 25. Nice little stutter step, and a great save there by Christ. The stutter step opened up the hole, got the defender off his feet for a moment. You got a clear look at the goal. Chris is able to snatch that one up. The header after the throw goes to the far 40. Keeper was going back and forth with his teammate for a moment, and now they're going to try and go back on the attack. Boyd playing physical, trying to come away with the ball. Instead, it goes over the middle to Arnold. He's going to boot this to the bottom side of your screen, trying to find Tomlinson. Tomlinson is going to get mixed up with Kylan Wilson. He's going to hit the ground. And there's going to be a free kick now for Northmont. As Chris comes 25 yards out of the goal. He's ready to kick this one away. May, far side of the field. Panthers controlling it near the 50. Miroshchenko. He's going to get it back. They pass it up to Crowley, who missed that one, or he would have been back on the attack just like that.
On the far side, trying to get it down the actual end line here. Kicked out of bounds. Good IQ by the T-Bolts.
Springboro substitution. Number 9, Gus Woodrum. And number 15, Grant Perry.
Couple of substitutions for the Panthers now. They're going to send this one out of bounds.
Nice sunset behind us.
Absolutely gorgeous. Gotta love fall, right?
Yep, exactly.
Booted high up into the air and in Panther territory, at least for a moment.
It's great outdoor weather. Great football weather. Speaking of football, I think these two schools are going to be right here on this field on Friday night.
Yep, fighting it out on the gridiron between the Panthers and the T-Bolts yet again. This one gets deep into Northmont territory. Boyd will cut off the Panther. Christ, drop kick now. Probing now, that's Seifert. It's knocked to the ground for a moment. Oh, and now some pushing and shoving a little bit.
No, but nobody's, I mean, that's
oh,
like
was
the
that,
fifth time.
That's football practice behind us.
Okay, I'm over here. I'm like, that's the fifth time they've blown the whistle.
That's middle school football practice. My
Okay.
apologies. This kick is going to be wide of the goal.
You're not the only one, Andy, that thought that was losing my mind up here. I was like, they have no regard
For the whistle.
for any of the rules.
This one is, when I say skied, that ball went 20 or 30 feet higher than where we're standing. We're on top of the press box. My goodness, what a kick there by Josh Gandy. I'm going to take a gander and say he might be the punter.
Or some sort of kicker. Oh.
This one off the goalpost, doinks its way out. And there's a shot as Chris is getting ready for the goal kick of the fantastic skyline behind us. And, shoo, I'm going to spend all of halftime just sitting there staring. Northmont controlling it for a second. Kneza has it knocked away. Springboro controlling it back near the 50 though, deep into Bolt territory. And Jason Thomason, he better watch out. He'll get cited for a speeding ticket going that fast down the sideline. Racing to try and get after that ball. He's going to end up throwing it in now. Now Chris Henderson gets a turn to throw it in. He goes along the sideline to Ethan Graham.
That's still in, and now it's out.
He's not able to corral it. Now a throw in for Tomlinson and the Panthers. Get this one to about midfield before it's headed by not sure who that was. Oh, that was Rammel. Fighting now, Graham.
Way to stay with it.
Putting Perry in the spin cycle. Up to Rammel, tries to get this thing across the face of Chase Siren. It's going to be knocked away. One more shot of that awesome skyline. As we're waiting for Henderson to get the ball in proper position. Backs up all the way to the fence up against the student section. Tosses this one out in front of the goal. It's headed by a Panther and it deflects out near the 10. Now, strong kick to midfield. Now a little drop off. They're gonna send it across the field to the bottom of their screen. Tomlinson gets it past Rammel. It's gonna be intercepted by Henderson, trying to keep it in bounds, and it's gonna flutter its way out. Thomason with the throw in. Marashenko. Now near the 20, the spin move. Gets to a cutting teammate, tries to control that one, deflected. Oh, and a great defensive play there by one of the T-Bolt defenders. This one's gonna bounce off of a Panther. Strong shot that time. And it'll go out of bounds. And I'm thinking that was number 16, Danny Alexander, who was able to get in the way and force that deflection. Ethan Christ, he went diving after that ball, but he was on the ground as Alexander was deflecting it in the opposite direction. Great heads-up defense. Now, a Panther will hit the floor. Graham near the 50.
Nice pass.
Gets it up the middle.
Great.
Now a pass over to, that's Powell. He's trying to find a teammate. There is no one there in time. And the keeper, Gandy's gonna come and pick it up. So we're under 13 and a half minutes to go here in the first half. Drop kick by Gandy. Oh my goodness, man. He is got a leg. Drop off pass for the Panthers. Crowley now at the 30. Decides he will try to go the opposite way of Henderson. Pass from May up to the boundary. Long kick, and Christ calmly controls the bounce. Now Christ with the kick off the head of Tomlinson. Back deep in Northmont territory, knocked away before now deflected backwards. Caneza drops it off to Boyd. Wilson had it for a moment. The Panthers. Now Henderson fighting with the Panther. There's going to be.
There's one of our whistles.
Yeah, that one. They're going to call Grant Perry. And another free kick for the Bolts. Christ sends this one away. Header by Tomlinson knocks it back in the Panther direction. Hesitation there by Perry. Is able to get past Henderson. Now Henderson trying to catch up. Perry puts the brakes on and Henderson runs him over. Rowan Arnold with the kick. It's going to be wide of the goal. Substitution is that Danny Tran? Yes, is going to check in for Kyron Wilson. Kylan Wilson, my bad. Graham controls it for a moment, over to Caneza. Trying to put the moves on Miroshchenko. He's going to turn it over. Caneza right back in the play now. Miroshchenko tries to get it a little deeper. It's going to be knocked away for a moment, and then finally, I think that one was Wesley Boyd was able to kick it out of bounds. And deep in the corner, Tomlinson to Crowley. And now it'll be a corner kick. Or not, never mind. It's gonna be a goal kick instead. Crowley tries to intercept that one, not able to, but the Panthers control it for a moment. Now, man, if that ball could have gotten past the defense, that would have been a really great opportunity for Graham. Instead, now that was Seifert trying to chase it down before Gandy was able to get it away. Now a deep kick, get it back towards Christ. He will come and scoop it up. Sends this one deep. Panthers controlling things. Tran gets things back going for Northmont. Now chasing this one into the Northmont corner. kick across the field. The header there by Henderson. Henderson and Crowley. Crowley's trying to get around him. Henderson kind of shoved him to the ground. No call, though.
It's got to be really egregious for him to get a penalty kick, and that would, I don't think, that fits the merit. Try to get around him. Henderson said, nah.
Yeah, there's a lot of contact there. A little surprising there is nothing called. But Graham now going on the attack. And Neza, it goes off the side of his foot. And then Seifert sends it out of bounds deep into the corner.
Substitutions for Springboro, number 5, Kane Paul, number 6, Brady Conkle, and number 7, Julian Rowland.
So a bunch of substitutions right there for the Panthers. Now a header by Henderson. Seifert is going to be just pushed to the floor. Over the middle that time, it was number 14 for Springboro. Pushing this one deep into Northmont territory. And then Dresnick will hit the floor. There'll be a penalty kick, or a free kick rather.
Shout out to the cheerleaders here tonight.
Long kick there. Back the other way, up the far sideline. It's going to be sent out of bounds. That might have been Dresnick that time. Taking their time. Miroshchenko.
Called offsides. One of the few opportunities that looked like Northmont had to capitalize, try to get this, cut this deficit into a third. Unable to do so.
That right there is May. He's going to get it right back, Miroshchenko. Perry gets it back out around the 25. Finds a cutting teammate. That's Arnold. Kicks to that one. Shot was on goal, but
Tried again, and it went right across.
a couple of back-to-back fantastic saves by Ethan Christ. I'll show you right here on the NM Sports Network. Right over the middle, gets right back up on his feet. He's able to do a good enough job to force the shot awry. Neza near midfield. Slide tackle there along the boundary. Last touched by Northmont. We're under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. And a new development that I have just recently noticed. The Thunderbolts are also missing Chris Powell in this one. He's sitting down there on the home side bench. So another tough break for Northmont. Missing two of their top offensive players coming into the season. To make this a tough hill to climb. Springboro just kind of moving this ball around. Now they're gonna go on the attack a little deeper. Seifert rather, tries to create some room. For a moment, they had a chance for Rammel. Pass just wasn't strong enough. This one goes past Henderson. Now Boyd gets it back towards the middle. It's controlled by May. Lines this one up, kicks it. The field goal is good, but way too strong for that one to be on goal.
Northmont substitution number 19, Grant Brown.
Grant Brown is going to check in.
Northmont substitution number 20, Chris Beal.
Gets this one back towards midfield. Now Brown. It's up there. Seifert gets it right back to him. He's Brown in the corner. This one's deflected. Seifert steps in, not quite fast enough that time. Now Boyd. Brown is chasing that ball down, but he doesn't seem to have quite enough speed. Fall. Brown, there he comes. Gets right back in the play, and actually, that time it was Talon Paul who comes up with the deflection. Fantastic hustle by the Northmont defense. They chased that one 100 yards back the other way. Corner kick now for Springboro. This one's on goal, headed by Christ, and then right back over the outside corner of the goal.
That looked like a fist punch. That you just punched that junk out of the sky. That was nice. It's pretty cool. I like that.
He is a fantastic goalie.
We got some pretty good goalies. We got some pretty good goalies here at Northmont. Tell you that much.
Sends this one deep. Header at midfield. Paul gets this one up in the air. Dresnick is pushing things on offense now. Gets by the defender. Now right back into the middle of the field to Seifert. A crossover. He's going to lose it, and now the Panthers controlling things again with under a minute to go. This one goes very deep. Far 30. Great job with the header, able to get things back towards Springboro. Now Brown fighting. Controlled by the Panthers now. We got a wide open man running at the 25. Back outside. Gonna slow down, try to get it back inside to a teammate. The spin move. Oh, a couple of different bolts there to play defense. Keeping it out of the goal. Lines this one up, sends it, and there you go. As the public address announcer is counting it down. Gonna show you guys the highlight here on the NM Sports Network. You see just outside the shot, you could see Rollins, and then the dive right there by Chris to come up with another crucial save. Your Northmont Thunderbolts trailing. Trailing 3-0 going into halftime. We'll be back for the second half after this on the NM Sports Network. Enjoy the PA announcers trivia that we do here at halftime during soccer. We'll be back after the half.
Two from the United States, one from China. In total, how many total rovers have been sent to Mars, including the active ones currently there? Seven. Right, one person wrong with this guy, right? All right, number two. On the globe, there are 168 countries located partially or completely north of the equator. Question is, how many countries are located partially or completely south of the equator?
168, so that means
just try to guess better than your neighbor. 168 to north. 32 in the south. Number 3, what 4 food crops make up 80% of the world's consumed calories? Corn, wheat, rice, and soybeans. Number 4, the longest highway in the United States is US Route 20 that runs from Boston, Massachusetts to Newport, Oregon. But what is the longest interstate highway route? We only have 6 to pick from. Highway 10, 20, 40, 70, 80, and 90.
90. 90. Or
The
80.
answer is I-90. Across the north.
Told you.
The longest one north and south is 95 from Maine to Miami. All right, number 5. Which is larger, Greenland or Australia? Don't be fooled by that Mercator map you're looking at. It's Australia. It's 4 times bigger than Greenland. Bonus question, last one. The Great Wall of China was built over a 2,000-year span to keep out invading armies. But Australia has a fence longer than the Great Wall of China. The question is, to keep out or fence off what? You said kangaroos. You are wrong. It's dingoes. Dingo. All right, thanks for playing.
I'll just leave this stuff here.
Girls soccer at Ashford. Nope. Welcome back in here inside the Premier Health Stadium here on the NM Sports Network for the second half of your Northmont Thunderbolts taking on the Springboro Panthers. Coming up to town to take on our Bolts. Andy Horton alongside Alex Patton. Since we got a quick second, and I mean a quick second, talk about our friends over at the Code Credit Union. One good reason after another to rock with Code Credit Union and us here on the NM Sports Network all season long. 937-222-8971. Huge shout out to them for being here with us all season long. And so Springboro will actually start the second half with the ball. Quickly now, down right in front of the goal. Chris with a fantastic save.
Amazing, and we got the close-up on the goal.
It does not get any better than that. Watch him backpedal all the way up to the line. One save, two saves, and then the assist from Talon Paul stepping in there, getting it out of bounds. And just a highlight save right there for the senior keeper. Some brakes put on there by the Panthers. Controlling things out near the Northmont 40. Kick it back to their side of the field. Now a far high arcing kick to the far side. Or back to the Bolt side, I should say. Miroshenko.
Said, get off me.
Had it over the minute for a moment, but that was Chris Henderson. Put him on the ground. A bump off to the edge. And now there's Wesley That was
nice foot movement.
That was Evan Zender, rather, who was fighting there along the goal or along the boundary with the Panther. And then Caneza kind of gets away with a push in the back. He pushed the Panther right to the ground. No call there. Moving this one around. Zender and the Panther now hit the ground. It's going to be picked up by Burrow. Sent all the way into the corner. And they're going to call for a corner kick. And see Christ getting ready for the corner, and most of the two teams starting to find their way over to the goal. Comes the kick. It's going to be knocked away out of bounds, and there'll be another corner kick now. This one to a similar spot. No one really gets a piece of that one, and it's going to fly all the way to the far side of the field.
Tried to bicycle that kick, but couldn't get his leg up, couldn't get the leverage that he needed to, and thankful for Northmont that he wasn't able to get that leg up because of basically what we saw in the other. I don't know if it was the same gentleman, but if they got the same move, that's what happened in the first, I think it was the second or third goal. It happened, it almost looked like, you were talking about how he don't know how he got his leg up to take the torque his whole body into getting into that great angle to hit that one in the back of the net.
Yeah, it was a fantastic goal. He was faced 100% or 180 degrees in the opposite direction. Somehow was able to spin and put the ball in the back of the net, as you said. Springboro now a crossover against Rammel, pushing it back up offensively. The Panthers have just been relentless. Man, putting on the moves there in the middle of the field. Drop off pass to his teammate now. Henderson fighting with the Panther. Inside the goalie box, right past Christ.
Too much. Asking him to do a lot right there.
Take a look here on the NM Sports Instant Replay. Able to weave between Henderson and one of his teammates, find the back of the goal.
I think we can get it on the close-up too, right? Or maybe? Yeah, good job. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. I see Chris is kind of in the right position. Didn't know which way they were going to go with it, and he goes the wrong way. Now Northmont getting an offensive push here. Godfrey Kineza gets it past the defender, and now Gandy and Seifert are going to roll up on each other. Seifert was trying to get there before the keeper does.
You know, Gandy was going to do that. That was one of his one of few opportunities that he's had so far tonight. So he's trying to exhaust all energy on that one play. It's a great effort, great stick-to-itiveness by the Thunderbolts to be able to hang in there despite down 4-0, haven't given up, and exactly what you were talking about last game, how they were, I think they were down, what was it?
They were down 3-0.
And they scored 2 goals in the, what,
Final
8-minute span or something like that?
In an 8-minute span, and the last 10 minutes really kind of opened the door. I mean, there was, I think they had about 2 minutes on the clock when they scored the second one. It was definitely made things very interesting down the stretch. Springboro back in the offensive area, a give and go pass. They got it in the far corner. Now this one's sent far up the sideline and will go out of bounds after it gets past midfield. Six minutes ticked by here in the second half. Immediately knocked out of bounds. Springboro controlling this one at the top of the field. And get it back to Gandy. He sends it away. Off the head of Henderson. Now Henderson is going to get a foot on it, deflect it in the opposite direction, and Christ comes up with another save. And Zender had it for a minute, but I mean the Panthers are just being relentless right now. Try to go over the middle to Fall. And that might have been Zender who stepped in the way. Now Kineza, 2-on-1. He's going to boot this one further down the field, and Ethan Graham is not going to be able to catch up to that one. Fakes the little give and go with his teammate. Burrow back in control. Gets this one further upfield, too far out of reach. Graham is just gonna not try to chase that one all the way back to the goal again. And Gandy is going to scoop it up. Boyd. It just seems like there's extra Panthers out there at some points. As Northmont trying to hang on to possession. And they just get caught in the middle of the defensive zone, and the white jerseys start to just multiply, it feels like.
When you're up 4-0, it's easier to lay put your players on the defensive, so there's more players on the backside, so you don't end up relinquishing a goal. You don't really need. I mean, you could score 11 goals, score 20 goals, and only get 3 points, and you get 1 win. So it's looking like they're playing more defense than offense. As you can tell, they have relaxed on the scoring a little bit. That partly has to do with the Northmont defense stepping up.
Panthers kick it deep into Bolt territory. Going to be sent back. The missed header there by Graham. Ooh, kicked away, nearly controlled. Now Wilson fighting for it. Eventually, Conkle controlled it, and then now there's a whistle, and there's going to be a free kick for Springboro. Sliding to try to make the stop. Eventually he will come away with it. Nice defense there by the Bolts. Rammel is trying to get that one further up the sideline. It's knocked away from him. Rammel chases that one down, goes on the attack. And now, gonna be a free kick for Northmont, it looks like. And Christ is gonna come up to kick this one. Ball sitting at the 39. Tomlinson squares up. That's Brown. Now back on the attack. Give and go between, that was Arnold and Conkle, I believe. Going to be kicked out of bounds. Christ. It's another goal kick. Tomlinson going down the sideline for the Panthers. Gets it back over the middle. Ethan Graham controlling things now. Conkle had a whole handful of jersey. He's going to get it back right there in the middle of the defense. Kicks it across the hash marks. For a moment, it was controlled by Brady Rollins, but Northmont was able to clear it at least for a second. Now driving towards the goal. It's going to be lost by Springboro. Christ kicks this one away. Tomlinson controlling it again immediately for the Panthers. And you just can't talk about how difficult it is for Northmont without their two best offensive players coming into the season. Powell has kind of had to do just about everything for Northmont offensively so far. after Bazile was lost within the first couple of games. A header across the middle. I think it was just missed by a hair. Waiting to see the back of the jersey, see who that was. They're going to say, or that was number 10, Ethan May. If he would have been like one step closer to the goal, I think that one would have been a 5th scored goal for the Panthers. Instead, he was just a slight step behind. Panthers controlling things. The drop-off pass, Tomlinson. It's going to go out of bounds, and now another corner kick. Looks like the Panthers are trying to decide who's going to do the goal kick. As well as, I guess we're taking a quick second for a couple of subs. Gets over by the goal. This one's deflected and will be a throw in from the near corner. Right over the middle, trying to square it up. Chris got out of position, diving back for that ball, but not in time. 5-0 Panthers. So much good passing there over the middle. That one kind of just rolls its way through. Chris lays out for it, but just not quite quick enough. Got a little out of position. You can see he's not square in the goal. He thought it was going to go to the left side. Instead, gets faked out, has to dive back right, but not quick enough. Panthers just relentless, going right back on the attack. Henderson gets a header and it's going to go towards the corner. And the Panthers just going to outrun him to that ball. And get past Caneza back towards the middle of the field. Gets by the one defender, shot on goal. Christ will be able to snag that one. I was about to throw it away, but here you see Christ ready in the perfect position to come away with that goal, or to come away with that save. Right back to the action though. Henderson gets it into the Northmont side for a moment, but Henderson now puts the defender, or puts the offensive player on the floor. He's going to be able to go back on the attack, at least for a moment. Just really more just clears the ball. Seifert is going to go and get real close to Gandy, say hi to him. Now he drop kicks it for a net of about 50 yards. Rammel got a foot on it before the Panthers take back control. Between a couple of Panthers for a moment. But right back on the attack. They're going to push it down deep into the corner. Deflected by, that was either Brown or maybe Paul.
Springboro substitution number 2, James Wirtz.
Oh,
Number
yeah,
20,
that's
Maryland,
fine.
Luke Crowley.
That's fine. I didn't know what you were doing.
I didn't mean to do that. It's a shot on goal. It's deflected away. Now we're going to have a goal kick. And instead of sending this one deep, he's going to drop it off to, that was Danny Alexander, back on the far side of the field. Burrow able to save that one from going out of bounds, at least temporarily. Miroshchenko gets this one deep, right in front of the goalie box, and end up going out of bounds.
Student section forming up.
Shot of the Northmont student section here tonight. I swear it feels like every single boys game. There's just a few more people over there showing up to support their classmates, their friends, all that. This kick is away, shot on goal, but
Not really.
it's going to go into the side of the net. A little inaccurate that time. Chris here for another goal kick. Controlled by the Panthers. Gonna pass this one around as Wurish. This one goes on goal, goes through the hands of Christ and Rommel.
At least he got hands on it, because without that, it's 6-0.
And also got a little lucky that it goes.
Oh, no way, called offsides.
Also got a little bit lucky that it kind of bounced off of his hands instead of actually going through his hands. He said it a moment ago, offside, so free kick for the Panthers. Right back deep in Northmont territory. Running down the far hash mark, the drop-off pass to his teammate. That was Fall. It's going to bounce. Oh, my goodness, that one bounced off the side of the goal.
Right to Chris. Love it. Rather be lucky than good any day of the week, because when you're lucky, good things happen.
Take a quick look at it there on the NM Sports replay. I'm going to have to run that one back for you guys. It wasn't quite far enough back. I'll show you again real quick. Off the foot of Fall, bounces just off the corner of the goal post. And bounces out, and Chris is able to jump on top of it afterwards. This one wide of the goal. Top of your screen. Under 20 to go here in the second half. Miroshchenko, that's time. The kick. That one may have been, I'm not sure who the kicker was that time. It actually went off the back of Chris Henderson. Try to get this one over the middle. Fight near the 20 for the ball. Probing, now they get it over to Woodrum. Over the middle. Pass went off the foot of Fall. We had a chance to make a shot there. And eventually Chris will scoop it up. Sends this one away. Seifert rather. And then there's a whistle. It's gonna go.
Didn't even hear that one.
Springboro's way.
I hear more about the middle school whistles than this one. I didn't even hear anything about that. Either way.
The Panthers controlling things as the clock is ticking down. Henderson over into the corner. Saves it from going out of bounds and then
Kicks it out of bounds.
yep, right to the Springboro benches.
We got on a docket tomorrow, Andy.
Tomorrow here at Northmont on the NM Sports Network. Gonna go ahead and get rid of our scoreboard for just a second. Show you guys the graphic telling you what we got coming up. Centerville tomorrow night, 6:30 start time. Volleyball. We've already been at Centerville for volleyball this season. So now the Elks get to make the hour drive north to us, and we'll have a lot of fun seeing how that goes down. It was a very competitive game at Centerville. I believe it went 5 sets, back and forth.
Did it?
I think so. It was either 4 or 5.
Was it?
It definitely was not 3.
Okay.
I promise you that.
Okay. Well, I'm with it.
So we should have another good one here tomorrow night on the NM Sports Network. And then Friday, we'll be right back here for football between the Panthers and the Bolts. Have to see if one of them can get their first conference win of the season, and Northmont maybe can get their first win of the season. Probing there along the boundary. Oh, and now someone just got hit in the back of the head with the ball. Be cleared for a moment, but not for a long moment. So it doesn't even get out past the 20. Now, Northmont on the attack. Trying to chase that ball down. The Panther is out in front. Just being hounded, pushed deeper into the corner. And didn't really have a teammate to pass the ball to. Caneza tries to come and pick it up. And now right back down the sideline. It looks like fall.
I felt like at that rate, we should have had all hands on deck on that to try to at least get a goal in there, but unfortunately nobody was there on the cross side.
T-Bolt hits the ground. This kick goes near the goal. A little hesitation there. Spins back towards the middle now. Panthers had a chance to get a shot off. It took them a little while to actually gain good control of that ball. Driving towards the goal. It's going to be kicked back out. This one goes middle of the field. Good footwork there by the Panther. Stumbles, gets it back towards the middle of the field. The kick is going to be wide.
Looks like that was deflected.
I guess it's going to be a corner kick. This one goes too high. It's going to go all the way across the field. Eventually chased down by the Panthers. It'll be a throw-in for Northmont. Under 12 and a half minutes to go here in the game. A host of substitutions for the Bolts. Throw in from Henderson. Unbooted back deep in Northmont territory. Before eventually, I think Zender kicked it out of bounds. Tran and Rammel both trying really hard to get that ball. Instead, now it goes out of bounds. Throw in for the Panthers. Middle of the field, driving right at Christ. And a nice stop there by the senior goalie. The defender had to jump over top of that ball. Or excuse me, had to jump over top of Christ as he came in to pick that one up. There's Crowley. They get it back towards the middle. Crowley, shot on goal, strong kick, and goes right over the head of Christ. Puts the brakes on. He's gonna be able to put a bunch of power behind that one, find the back of the net. That's Ethan Graham trying to get along the sideline, runs into a Panther. Now this one is deflected by Burrow. Along the far sideline, I think that's Fall. Just trying to get it down the field, and then Henderson kicked it out of bounds off of one of the Springboro coaches. Under 10 to go here in the second half of play on the NM Sports Network. Our Bolts trailing the Panthers 6-0. It just kind of seems like the upper echelon of the G-Walk here, just a little bit on a different level. Especially, like I've already said a couple of times, Northmont missing their top 2 offensive players coming into the season. Bazile out with a torn ACL.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what's wrong with Powell, but he is sitting on the bench, not in his uniform.
I think that's the biggest issue there, Andy, is the fact that you can't really do any. Soccer, you got to have stars. One player like Messi, one player could change your whole team. So, and we've seen, it just takes one person to probably zoom past another to be able to get it done. So missing 2 of these star players is really detrimental to your team. And now you're asking underclassmen to step up and do the things that a junior or a senior would be doing.
Yeah, and Chris Powell, we've got to see him all season long do a really nice job of scoring in isolation. He'll be the only T-ball on that side of the field, and he'll be able to make something happen with 2 or 3 blue jerseys, 2 or 3 opposite color jerseys, I guess I should say, around him. Shoved to the ground now. It's Ethan May pushed. It was either Brown or Danny Tran. I'm not 100% sure, but a clear shove there. And then May was frustrated with the fact that he picked up the whistle. Graham is going to get to kick this one now. This one is going to be knocked down. A couple of Bolts had their back turned to that one. Now there's another whistle.
Got an injured player on this side.
May is down now. He was just whistled a moment ago. He got up for a minute and then Gonna go back down, kind of holding that lower leg, foot area. Now Josh Gandy, here's a shot at him and one of his teammates, Chase Siren. Gandy not had a heavy workload here tonight. So he's only made a handful of saves, but he's had himself a good night. Like I said, not a very busy one. Shout out to him. We're going to talk about a little bit of his stats. Josh Gandy, senior, played in 6 games, allowed 5 goals. Talk about a fantastic defense. 21 saves on the season, 80% save rate. But he is not the only keeper that gets time, really, for this Springboro team. As Graham Caskey and their other senior keeper, he's gotten a fair amount of usage. He's played in a couple of games, given up 4 goals, has 11 saves, and his save percentage is 73%. And then junior Xavier May, number 99 is what he's listed on the roster. It took a while, but Ethan May has now finally made it up. He's taken a couple of steps trying to walk it off. But Xavier May, yeah, the 3rd goalie on the roster, played in 3 games, given up 4 goals, and has a save percentage of 74%.
Good to see him walk up on his own power and able to get onto that gator. And then as he's just going to ride away there. They're up 6-0. So that ankle injury or whatever it looks like, that looks like an ankle injury. It's not going to seem that bad on the bus ride home for that gentleman. So hope for a speedy recovery for him. 5:50 left to go here in regulation with the Panthers up on top of the T-Bolts. 6-0 here at Premier Health Stadium, home of your Northmont Thunderbolts.
So with just under 6 minutes to go here in the second half, Gandy is gonna get to shoot this one away in just a moment.
There's 5:50 left. It felt like 5 minutes and 50 seconds just went by.
Down the sideline now. Throw in for Burrow. Want to fight for that one. I believe the whistle's going to be on Northmont, and Grant Perry was pushed to the ground. See both teams bunch up on the far side of the goal. This one's launched high into the air. Header. Sent away. Now Boyd trying to clear some space for Northmont. Fall had it for a second. Chris comes in. A couple of competing kicks is going to send it to the far corner.
It's going to be a goal kick. You know what I just realized? We probably should have realized when we first started doing Northmont games, which you probably have, and me as well, but it kind of like brings it, now since we've seen the kind of struggles that Northmont has endured so far this year in GWOG play, in a lot of various sports, they're in a conference with a lot of Division I schools. With you being a Division II school, borderline, they're in a conference with a bunch of D1 schools, such as the likes of Springboro, Centerville, Wayne, Springfield. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
it's tough.
And not just that, yeah. Our friend down, the PA announcer, does trivia at halftime of the soccer games here, as a little bit of a halftime show, I guess you could call it. And one of his questions earlier was, who's the oldest and youngest teams in GWalk? And Miamisburg is the oldest team in GWalk. Miamisburg High School founded in 1870. Northmont, on the other hand, I believe he said was founded in 1970 or 1980. Is definitely, you know, when you're such a school that is so much younger than all the rest of them, you have so much less history, a lot less to work with.
But they don't shy away from competition play at all.
Well, that is for sure.
They compete in every sport every single year to try to get a GWalk title. It's just every single time you have a Centerville looking you straight in the eye, or a Springboro or a Wayne, and just various amounts of sports. It's tough to crack it, but when you do, it's so beneficial and so rewarding.
1957, so I mixed up my dates a little bit, but still, that's a good 75 years later than Miamisburg was founded, and I would venture to say a good chunk of the conference. It's been around much longer than 75 years, as we're getting ready to approach that number here.
Getting ready to approach 2 minutes left to go in the game, as a corner kick is going to be.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Alex.
Oh, whoops. Oh, they're on it fast.
Yeah, it was just a little give and go right there.
And he kicked it to Southeast Asia. Going to need a new ball. That one's not coming back. But what is coming back will be us tomorrow night against, or not against, we're going to be right across the street at the Thunderdome, as it's volleyball action, as the Lady Bolts take on who again, Andy?
It is Centerville is coming into town.
Oh, yeah, we did just talk about it a little earlier, the 5-set thing.
And Centerville, I believe they're actually second.
It might have been, I think it's 4 sets. It wasn't a 5-set. Because I remember Richie's daughter, I think she's a senior, Miss Moody, no, maybe a junior, I can't remember, but she was one of the star players on their way to that victory, and I think it was 3-1.
Henderson controlling things now. He's going to send it across the field. Header by his teammate. Now a kick. Oh, just off the mark. Seifert not able to dial that one in quite accurate enough.
I think we have it right there. Try to see it. Yeah, unable to get that one. Tried to. Really, really close. No cigar, but great effort. And like I said before, there's only 12 seconds left in the game, and they're still trying. These guys don't give up, and that's the kind of effort that you like to see.
Henderson kicks it away, which will end the final threat of the Panthers here in this one. Rough night for your T-Bolts on the NM Sports Network. Rough night for your T-Bolts here on the NM Sports Network as they go down 6-0 against the Springboro Panthers, making an hour-ish long drive down from Springboro. But I guess that's going to do it here on the NM Sports Network for Andy Horton alongside Alex Patton. I guess before we go, we will do some sponsor shout-outs since they are so gracious and rock with us all year long. Shout out to our man, Jamichael Blanton over there at Express It Athletics. Express It is a homegrown company from the Dayton, Ohio area. He makes all sorts of great athletic apparel. He does a lot of different warm-up gear for different high schools here in the area. So if you guys are looking for some custom-made stuff, go ahead and hit up our friend Jamichael Bland. Shout out for him rocking with us all season long. 937-369-0222. That's how you can get a hold of him. Code Credit Union. One good reason after another to rock with us and Code Credit Union all season long here on the NM Sports Network. 937-222-8971. And then you can also go and try and find our friends over at Bluebird Construction, bluebirdohio.com. If you guys need some stuff built, you're trying to get some add-ons done to your house, you guys can go ahead and call our friends over at Bluebird, bluebirdohio.com. And then finally, the TAT tournament. Finally, but not, what was I trying to say right there?
I have no idea. Absolutely no idea.
Last but certainly not least.
Okay,
That's where I was trying to go with that.
Yeah.
Our friends over at the TAT.
You took a hard left turn, got
yes,
outside the parking lot. I had no idea where you went, and you just left me. So I just decided to wait for you to come back.
The alumni tournament, a 64-team single elimination tournament, 8 regions, 8 teams per region, all across the state of Ohio, all competing to be the best high school alumni team in the state, all competing for also $50,000. That one is going to be happening August 2026. I can't talk tonight. And then just so you guys be on the lookout for all of that here on the NM Sports Network. And then coming up tomorrow night, we've already talked about it a couple times, volleyball versus Centerville. I just checked a moment ago. It actually was straight sets for the Elks.
Yep,
looking for some.
Not that it's good.
Looking for a big rebound tomorrow night on the volleyball court. We will be with our girls over there. And also, do not forget, you guys can like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on the notifications bell so you guys will know exactly how to watch all of our stuff here on the NM Sports Network as the season goes on and as we leave the fall season and work our way towards basketball season. And then, well, we're doing spring this year too. Going to be out there on the baseball diamond.
We have the actual equipment now that we're going to be able to have. We're going to test some stuff out with some GoPros, and we're gonna try to make these games memorable. They won't be every single game, but when we do these highlighted games, we're going to try to make sure we put on the best production that we can for everyone and make it look like a real legit baseball/softball game.
Should be a lot of fun. I've never gotten to call baseball before, so I'm going to get to see how good of a Marty Brenneman impression I can do this upcoming season.
I'll tell you this. Softball is at a faster pace. This baseball, I'm telling you, it's great. It takes forever. You thought football was long? Man, get your seeds ready. Get your seeds ready.
But all right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys back here on the NM Sports Network tomorrow night for some volleyball between Centerville and Northmont. Andy Horton alongside Alex Patton. That's all, folks.